Hi and welcome to this, you could say, bonus video of death films. So, it's summertime and we can't really post that much because we're busy with traveling and so on. So, now for you people that want that extra dose of death films, well, here you go. Here's a bonus video for you, which is fishing with me and the cameraman. So, we're here in beautiful Finland with this amazing weather. I mean, doesn't get better than this. And we're gonna go fishing. So you could say we can learn you people that don't know anything about fishing a little bit. So there's two, you could say, major ways of fishing, which is with a fishing rod. This is the I don't know what it's called in English, but it's called kastspö. Here's the translation below for you. So we'll talk about this one later. Over here, and these are two basic fishing ways. I would say this one is the more basic one and the more easier to learn. We're gonna probably start with that one, and then we obviously need this to put the fish in them. Bait. And here's where you could pretty much take what you want. For bait you can use bread, you can use food, but the most effective way is using worms. Though this is only for one of the methods of fishing. You don't need it for all the ways of fishing. But for basic fishing, you need worms. And now, when the cameraman's in the boat, it's on my turn to get in the boat. And now you people wondering why we're using the rowboat and not a motorboat, which is over there. Well, it's because the motorboat makes a lot of sound, which scares away the fish, and we want to be quiet to get the big ones. So, let's go! And obviously, let's start rowing away. As you realize, we're not carrying any safety vests or floating vests. Well, because we can swim. And we're in a lake, so there's usually ground or soil pretty close by. But if you're in the sea, yeah, you want to have safety vests. Now, when you're out in the water, you want to find the spot where all the fish are. And if you want to, you can, just go in the middle of the water and just start fishing. And it could give you results. It probably will, but it will take probably longer time as it's more scarce in the middle of the water. It's also more deeper. So you want to get to these points. See over there, where this, I don't know what it's called either, but vass. Here's the translation what that is. Whereas there's vass, because the fish like to hide in those things, and that's where you find them. Seems like we have struck with bad luck because now it's starting raining. But isn't that bad of a thing? I mean, rain never hurt anyone, so. And now when you have found your position, well, you have to make sure the boat doesn't move. So you'll need an anchor. Hopefully you have that with your boat. And there you go. Now your boat will be kind of stationary in the same position. And now we get to the actual fishing. And obviously you don't want to be too close to the vas, because then the boat might get stuck, and you want to be careful with the strings, because they also tend to get stuck to pretty much everything. So we're gonna start with the most basic of fishing tools. It's very simple. You put the bait on the hook and then you put it in the water. But when you see this thing, the red thing starting to go under the water, you know a fish has caught it and is swimming away. And this thing will be sinking in the water. And now we get to the more unglamorous part of fishing, which is putting the bait on. Yeah, fishing is not the most cleanest of professions. So here we go. If you're in the sense of that you don't want to hurt any animals at all, or you don't like doing anything like that, then I would not recommend fishing for you. And obviously you want to bring gloves if you don't like holding fish, or a knife is very, very useful. And then when you have the bait on the hook, it's time to fish. And now starts the game of patience. Now we just wait for a fish to find it. And when you throw this, you want to be careful how you throw it, because it tends to tangle very easy, this type of wire. And when it gets tangled, it's going to take a very long time to pretty much untangle it or whatever. So be careful. And when you throw it, you just want to make it spin, and then there you go. And now it looks like we have a fish. Oh, but it's a shame. It's a very small fish, and I don't know what it's called in Swedish, but it's called särki in Finnish. Here's the translation. And obviously the first thing you want to do when you catch a fish is to get the hook out of it. Hopefully it hasn't swallowed the hook, because then it's going to get real nasty. But this one seems to be just right above the mouth, so we should be fine. Shouldn't get hurt. And there we go, here's the fish. And they can pretty much survive above water for a very long time, so you shouldn't be worried how long you have it. And there you put it in, and now it can swim around until we decide what to do with him. It looks like he got the worm too, so he should be pretty happy. And now we got our type of fishing, which is kastspö. And with this one, you don't need a worm, you need this. And with this, when you use this type of fishing, you want to make sure you catch fish that eat other fish, because that's how you trick them. With these, you could say, fake looking fish, and they'll try to eat it, and they'll catch on the hook. Because we're probably not going to catch any big ones, so we're going to try to see if we can get any small fish today. It'll look like it's a fish swimming in the water when you're railing this one in, and hopefully someone will catch it. Well, unfortunately it looks like it's going to be a storm or something, so we have to get moving before we and all the whole boat and cameraman are in the water. We don't have any use for this small fish, so we're just gonna decide to throw him out and then let him grow up to be big, and then we can eat him. So say goodbye to this fellow, and we want to be careful because it's a storm going on and it gets really wavy. So goodbye. Now we want to get back home because it's gonna get real ugly out here.